Welcome back everyone to another video and to part 2 of the hardstyle slash hardcore slash probably up tempo as well at some point. Hard DJ dance hard tier list. But Dr. Peacock is a very famous Frenchcore DJ that I've known for so long now. The Illusion of Time. Trip to Valhalla was something else, especially that last drop. Psychedelic Spin, yeah, decent tune there. All of his like Trips 2 sort of tunes. I mean, what a series, right? I mean, trip to Ireland, trip to Latvia, trip to Poland, trip to everywhere at this point. Tree Martelod, I couldn't believe that first drop when I heard that tune for the first time. He does know how to make just the hardest drops possible. Adagio, banger with Cepha as well. Irish banger. Yeah, so overall, I think Dr. Peacock is definitely going at a high place. But is he going to cut the S tier? I think for me, even though I fully love his music, I feel like S, I don't think he's quite there, you know? I think it makes sense to put in with the likes of the Tweakers, Devin Wild. Yeah, I think I'm fine with that. He would be in front of all of these, in my opinion. Like, he's the best. Can you move? Thank you. He's the best out of these artists, I think. Just from opinion. Disturb! Alright, that's an artist that I've known for pretty much the entire time. I've been a fan of hard dance in general, and his tunes are just fantastic. He knows how to make a very raw track, but also a very beautiful raw fork track. Like, he makes some brutal kind of tracks, especially when he gets partnered up with Warface. When them two get in that studio, it's just complete carnage. You know, like Midnight Paradise is a track that is very raw and has very aggressive kicks, but also a lovely melody, so there's a nice balance there. My hand on heart, I truly believe for me, Disturb is an S tier artist. Alright, now this is filling up quite like, there's more artists in this tier than any other tier, but that just shows how, like, I mean, I love hard dance, and I feel like with a lot of artists I would put them in the highest category. Okay, who are we on to now? Let's see here. Don't know you, sir. Don't know you, lads. E-Force. Okay, so I have reacted to E-Force, but besides from that, I don't know too much about him, I can't lie. But from that reaction, there is enough there to gather a general opinion of his tunes. Very raw artist. Very raw artist. I would probably stick E-Force in the B section. Yeah. GPF is up next. We all know these famous masks, and to be honest, right, when it comes to GPF, no pun intended, but when it comes to GPF, you know what, I do like some of their tunes. Now, it's all very ridiculous, okay? It's very ridiculous indeed, but like, for example, where was that one? Like Virgin with Defense is on that to kind of balance it out, you know? But even still, where was Wank? Something about Wank. Like, that was Cry Wank, wasn't it? And Suck My Toes. Like, and Stripper, they're decent tunes overall. But when it comes to me reacting to GPF and listening to GPF, most of the time I am just laughing or I'm in shock. That's pretty much it. And then the odd time there is a nice drop or just a good drop in general. So they know how to make tunes, but their whole act is like, you know, it's meant to be very obscure, shall we say. Very different, very unique. But overall, I'm going to have to put GPF. I mean, they have to go down at the D section. They really do. Okay, now we have Guns for Hire, and this is Randy and Adaro, I do believe. Like, their combined act. They combine forces and have like a more raw and brutal kind of element to their music. But I'm not the biggest fan, you know? Like, they've made some good tunes, you know? Bella Ciao, what an iconic banger right there. But to be honest with you, it's not for me, most of it. From what I've heard, Guns for Hire, you know what, they can make some very like top tier tracks, but it's just not for me. Like, that's just, there's nothing wrong with it, but that's just, yeah, I'm gonna put them down below with GPF. Hard Driver. Okay, now we're talking. Hard Driver is probably the most relentless artist when it comes to releasing songs. I mean, he is dropping a song like pretty much every day at this point. It's ridiculous. Now probably like every few weeks, but even still, that's mad. You know, 2 weeks ago, Embrace the Physical, and then a month ago, Down to the Wire. Down in Flames is so good. That melody is just magical. One of the best melodies I've heard for sure. Daylight's Fading is very good as well. Like a G6, nicely bootleg there. Chemistry, that was over a year ago now. What the fuck? Hellraiser, unreal. Get Up and Dance, that's a powerful tune as well. I mean, the list goes on for Hard Driver as well. He's great at what he does. Run This Town, that was my favourite tune for ages when that first came out. For me, Hard Driver is going in the S tier. Now, the S tier is filling up, but again, I said, like, so many artists are just that good. That's just the way it is. So Headhunters is up next, and not much needs to be said about Headhunters. Everyone knows he is one of the best. Like, it's just a fact. He is one of the best at producing hardstyle. He's been doing it since God knows when. And there's tracks from like back in 2006 or 7 or 8 or 9, like Scrap Attack, Psychedelic, that I'm listening to like for the first time really this year. And like that, they just hold up so well even though they are old. So back then, he was, you know, absolutely smashing the hardstyle scene. But then even to this day, he's making some of the best hardstyle tracks out there. Like, he only got better over the years, right? I mean, if we go ahead and take a look at the likes of Destiny, you know, I mean, actually, I don't know, like, Destiny's alright, but I'm waiting to see the likes of Oxygen. Yeah, like, so the more recent tracks, like Dragonborn Part 2 is so good. Orange Heart, you know, Orange Heart is alright for me. Wasn't the best, but Dragonborn Part 2, I really felt that track, and Part 3 as well. Scrap Attack, just an iconic banger, one of the OG crackers. Home, Now We're Fucking Talking, that is an insane tune, one of my favourite. But I think my favourite, and we're just getting up to it, is Oxygen. Something about the melody of Oxygen just really just hits me in that soft spot, and really, like, it's just so powerful, you know. And Headhunters really like gets in his feels when he's making music, you know. When you see him on stage, he's very, like, just the way he is, he just takes it all in, and he's like, he has a very motivational sort of feel to what he does, right? Headhunters is literally the GOAT of hardstyle, and there's no other place he can go than the S tier. And if we were to rank the S tier artists, he might be going up here, but I'll save that for later. That's too much thinking there. But he might literally be like the very best. But that's going to do it for part 2 of the Hard Dance tier list. We are filling up the spaces nicely now, but as you can see, we do have a lot more to discuss in upcoming parts. Well, anyways, hopefully you've enjoyed this one. Drop a like if you did, subscribe if you're new. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.